This is Made for More Living with Johnny Jennings, powered by eXp Realty. Online at madeformoreliving.com.
So today on the show, we have an amazing guest, Matt. But before we introduce her, I got to ask, you work in the public, you have a public job, you're a radio host. And you tend to
paid
events.
for by the public. I don't have a government job.
But you're visible.
Correct.
You're
yes,
visible.
I'm visible.
Do you have or have you ever had any stalkers?
I have.
Really?
Yes. Do you want me to tell you that story?
Real quick, yes.
Okay. So I wouldn't call her a stalker. I guess you could call her a stalker. So I had no idea that she was interested in me. It was somewhat of a friend per se, I would say an acquaintance. Acquaintance.
So you knew who she was?
Yeah, I knew who she was, but I didn't realize that she was quote unquote stalking. So she sent letters. I had gotten engaged and she sent letters to my wife and to my household. This is a big mistake. She sent me gift cards to meet up with her at Starbucks.
Really?
She sent directions to where she lived and where her house was. And then even the week before I was going to get married, she delivered letters to our house saying it's not too late. Get out of this.
Hey, her follow-up game was strong.
We had to report it to certain leaders and certain people that, hey, this woman is crossing the line here. What should we do?
So did she back off after you were married?
To some degree, yes, kind of, but she still has contacted the radio station hey, Matthew should not be on the radio and blah, blah, blah. We're tired of hearing about Matthew and his friends and his family and all this stuff like that. So I don't know. I pray for her.
Wow. Okay. Well, that I had no idea.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so you have a stalker, and you share that in common with our guest today.
There you go.
Right. So we have Jessica Heuer with Home Warranty of America.
Jennifer Heuer.
Sorry, Jessica.
What'd you call her?
Jessica.
We
Why did I
have
do
an
that?
amazing guest today.
That's a great way
her
to
name
start
is
it off.
Jessica. We have Jennifer right now.
Jennifer,
an even more
Jennifer.
amazing
All right,
guest.
Tim
Jessica
over
is
there.
coming.
Yeah, Tim. Sorry, Jennifer.
It's okay.
But Jennifer Heuer with Home Warranty of America, and you had have?
So kind of like our friend over here, he kind of calmed down once I identified him and I took his picture. But yes, I was.
How'd you know he was stalking you, though?
Well, so I'm an avid runner, but I'm not now because I have to literally wear a Lululemon crossbody bag with a taser and mace.
Taser and mace.
Hold on.
And an alarm.
Wait.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You wear a what?
A Lululemon crossbody bag.
Oh, I thought you said an aluminum.
That's what I thought she said, too.
The aluminum helps protect me.
The Lululemon bag carries my taser and my mace and my alarm.
What do you mean alarm? Is it just a noise?
When you hit it, it's like if you have an alarm in your house, it's loud as
wow.
F. Yeah. So can we cuss here? Do we cuss?
No,
we don't.
Definitely not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yes, of course not. It's the fish. So first of all, go back about a month, I just started noticing his car, and he started circling me in the park, in Lamb Park. And one morning about 6:30, I was in front of Fairy Tale Town, crossing to the zoo, and he turned around right on Lamb Park Drive, just flipped a U-ey, and came up right next to me and started following me. So I kind of, ditched him going one way. Long story short, he started showing up in front of my house. And then I got an alarm system.
How did he find out where you lived? Did he follow you home?
So exactly. I mean, the times I would leave to run, I was trying to switch it up and switch up my routes, but he still would find me. So I have found out from other people in the neighborhood, I'm not his only victim. So this man is sick and he likes to instill fear in women. So once I took his picture, and literally I let him see me, I took a picture of his car when he's approaching me, got his license plate, sent that to the cops. I have some friends with the sheriff's department. Mm-hmm. We were able to identify him. Since then, he has completely backed off, but I've had to get an alarm system. I'm still not running. I'm still wearing my crossbody Lululemon bag.
Not aluminum bag, but your Lululemon
with
bag.
With my taser and et cetera. But yeah, it sucks. It's terrible to live that way.
That's
crazy. So praying that since I took his picture, he's gone on to his next victim, which is unfortunate because this is what this guy does, apparently.
And there's no way to stop him from moving on to the next person?
Well, as a cop say, if he hasn't done anything to you, there's nothing they can do. He hasn't physically done anything. The man is married and has 2 adopted kids.
Wow, that's
adopted
crazy.
kids. I feel so sorry for those girls. I have his picture. I've seen him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. So That's my stalker story. It sounds like you more so were like just had a lover that was really jealous and infatuated with you.
I mean, he's a rugged man. He's a rugged man.
My
He's a
wife,
catch.
though, was frustrated with it because she's about to get married.
Yeah.
And, you have this woman who's just intervening or interfering with our lives. And so it's like, she was about to throw down. I was like, yeah, let's go. I'll get some popcorn. Let's do it. Come on. I was like all in favor. I said, babe, why don't you go find out where she lives and you do some like
reverse stalking.
Yeah, exactly.
Reverse stalking.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it sounds like you had to do though, Jennifer.
Absolutely. I at first he knew more about me than I knew about him. Now I know. I literally have his address. I know that he has 4 hunting licenses. Has had filed for bankruptcy multiple times. He foreclosed on his house. He's a renter. I have his address. I have his phone number. Oh yeah, I know everything about him now.
Well, knowledge is power, and so hopefully you're safe.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, all right. Well, this has nothing to do with home warranty.
No.
But it's fascinating because, you know what? In real estate, this is a real problem for real estate agents. Totally. Like when we do open houses, like do not, like, I get so nervous when Valerie goes to a listing appointment and we don't know who that person is, right? And so she's walking into somebody else's home that could be cool, that could not be, at an open house. There's horrific stories of people hiding in the closets and then popping out as the agent's locking up. There's nobody in the house except now these 2 people. And so like safety is just, so what we encourage is make sure you're not doing those things alone.
Yeah, you know what? You should have some kind of training program or bring in some kind of expert on self-defense and how to. What? Why are you looking at me that way? I think that's a great idea.
I'm just envisioning
I'm a
Valerie
man of
doing
ideas
like judo.
here. What?
Yeah, I'm just envisioning Valerie doing like some form of like self-defense.
When you have your team meetings, bring in. This is like probably a weekly thing for an hour each week. Yeah, an hour each week where you guys are learning Taekwondo or self-defense strategies of when you go to an open house or you're going to a meeting. And they teach you what things you should do and what things you shouldn't do. I have a friend. She's called Damsel in Defense. Have you heard of her?
No.
She sells these. What do you call them? Not buzzers. What do you call them?
Taser.
Tasers.
The taser that I have.
The tasers.
Mine's purple.
And the spray. And they're very fashionable.
Yes.
And they're cool. And I'm telling you, she should come to one of your meetings and do a presentation.
It's really about too, like, looking at your surroundings, like just being prepared. So one of the things the cops told me to do is I maybe live alone. Don't need to air that. I maybe live alone. So my neighbors park their car in my driveway.
You don't live alone. Well, you live alone, but you've got 2 giant pit bull aggressive dogs. They will just tear you apart, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I have my neighbors that park their car in the driveway. The men leave their shoes on my front porch, the neighbor next door, just to make it look that way.
Oh, that's smart.
So there's certain things you could do just to, protect yourself. But in the ultimate, somebody's going to do something.
I think that's why having something like what you have, like a taser, helps you feel more confident.
Totally.
It makes you feel safer. I'm just saying.
Yep.
I think that is a great idea.
But as far as like real estate agents, we can't like.
You're not allowed to carry those?
No, you certainly can. You can even conceal carry, right? You
right.
Get your CCW, but the best way to prevent this is to not put yourself in a situation where it could happen.
Sure, absolutely.
So like, what we like to do is we like to have an agent and a lender there. Oh, even if it's 2 females, at least it's 2 people.
Yes.
Right? And so the best, but unfortunately, as far as listing appointments go, that tends to be like one versus many. So the agent walking into like a husband-wife situation.
Yeah.
So when I had a rental, I had people come to the door and then by myself. And I don't know who's going to come to the door. It's a vacant house.
Yeah.
And so I'd always be on the phone and then like the last, and introduce themselves through the window, see if there's a family and then get off the phone and say, I'm okay. Or stay on the phone, leave the phone available. But yeah, it's putting yourself, you're very vulnerable in that kind of situation. So absolutely.
Do you have Life 360?
Yeah.
For you and your wife? Anybody else on it? Just you and your wife?
Just Valerie. I think maybe Valerie's on it with her parents as well.
Oh, okay. I love that. Huh?
Oh, that's not Find Your Phone. It's even more. It shows everything.
It tracks my wife. Yeah, some people think, oh my gosh, that is just so controlling, but it's not.
No,
it's very
safety.
because what happened is my wife would forget to text me when she got someplace. She go, oh, I forgot to text you. I forgot to tell you I'm safe. I've gotten to my. So I was like, we got to figure out a better way. So I had a coworker who recommended, hey, have you ever tried Life 360? And I was like, oh my gosh, that's awesome, because then I know where she's at all times, and she knows where I'm at all times.
A lot of my friends do that with their kids that are in high school.
Yes.
That's actually how I first learned about it. So I forget who it was. I think a guy named Daryl. Daryl recommended it to me, and what he was using it for was to track his kids. But it was kind of funny. It was like a little arms race, if you will, because what the kids would do was they would say they were going to the movie theater.
Right.
They would all dump their phones in the bushes at the movie theater, and then go wherever they wanted.
Genius.
Right?
Yeah.
But then when the homeless people found out the kids were dumping their phones in the bushes, so they were gathering up the phones, and they were saying, hey, if you want your phone back, you got to give me $50.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So how funny is that? But that's how I found out about Life 360.
It's kind of like, hey, shame on you, karma.
Exactly. Yeah. Do what you're supposed to be doing.
I remember
kids.
one time me and my wife got into a disagreement, a fight, and I turned off the Life 360 and I left.
You like ghosted her?
Yeah, I ghosted her. And she texted me back, you better turn that back on right now, mister.
Yeah. Anyways, so, but you want to be safe. You want to be safe when showing property. Yes. And obviously if you have a stalker. But when we come back, we're going to be talking about with Jennifer with Home Warranty of America is we're going to be talking about the difference between a good home warranty company and maybe a less than good home warranty company and how it can save you money. Back after this.
All right, guys, here's the reality. The real estate bar has been raised. Clients today expect more net proceeds for your home. For instance, Matthew had tried to sell his home, but was unsuccessful because the previous agent told him the home would be too complicated to sell. But not for Johnny Jennings and the Tom Daves team. They were able to sell his home in record time and for full price. They'll sell your home for 27% faster than other homes on the market. They'll sell your home for an average of 3% higher purchase price than other realtors. At Made for More Realty, they offer a listing warranty. If something happens to the house while listed, it gets fixed at no cost to you. Hey guys, there's a reason why they have more 5-star Google reviews than anyone else in our area. They were voted #1 team in Roseville for the past 3 years. They have a full staff dedicated to making your home a great selling process, the easiest and most efficient it can be. They have proactive marketing. Their team actively seeks out buyers for your home rather than just listing it on the MLS and waiting for the phone to ring. Ask about their Fix It Before You List It program with no upfront cost to you. Ask about buying your next home before you even sell yours. Ask about their guaranteed home sale program. Ask about their guaranteed multiple instant cash offers. Ask about their Bay Area marketing plan. Oh my goodness, you expect more, then get more with the Johnny Jennings and Tom Daves team at Made for More Realty, brokered by EXP. Just Google Made for More Realty today and get more for your home. License number 581837.